On our way down to Key West, we stopped at Robbie's, which I didn't look up beforehand, so I wasn't expecting such a cool experience. I thought we were just stopping at some tiki bar, but it was a labyrinth of little gift shops and a restaurant, and there's also a marina attached to it, which you'll see later. And they had a lot of cool knickknacks and a lot of cool things to look at, and it was just a really cool place to walk around and stretch your legs after a long drive. And they also had whatever the hell this is. We took a walk down to the marina to check it out, and we soon discovered that there were sharks in the water, or something that really looked like sharks, and they were scaring all the children. But the pelicans remained unfazed. Then we got back on the road, and it only took us about another hour and a half to get to Key West. We stayed at the Grand Guest House, which was a cute bed and breakfast that was perfect for our one night stay there. After checking in, we went down to Mallory's Square and we ate at the Bagatelle restaurant, and that was the best lobster mac and cheese that I've ever had in my life. I highly recommend. And it didn't take us very long to discover that there are roosters everywhere in Key West. It's actually almost comical at a certain point. You really are almost tripping over roosters on some blocks. They're just everywhere. But the town is really loud and proud about it. Pretty much every store that you walk into, any type of gift shop, any art gallery has some sort of rooster merchandise, and it's part of the city's charm. I was reading up on the rooster lore, and evidently in the 1860s, when a lot of Cubans migrated to Key West, they brought with them roosters and chickens that were particularly aggressive and good for cockfighting. But when cockfighting became outlawed in the 1970s, all the roosters were set free and pretty much just roaming around Key West ever since and populating the streets there. But they're very protected from what I understand and from what I've seen, and the people generally embrace the chickens all around. So you've been seeing footage of the trolley tour that I took with Old Town Trolleys, which I 200% recommend. We of course had to go to the southernmost points trolley stop, and instead of taking our picture with the buoy there, the line was too long. I went a little bit down the block and found a bar that had an almost identical buoy and took my picture with that one. So if you look closely at this picture, it says I went to the southernmost point bar. And of course, now that I've been to Key West, I can officially say that I have been to the southernmost point of the continental USA, which is pretty cool. And it's mile 0, and it's only 90 miles to Cuba. I love the trolley tour so much. If we stayed longer, I definitely would have taken it around another full loop just to take in all of the history of Key West, because the trolley drivers were spinning out fact after fact, and they had all of these historical insights on what seemed to be almost every other building that we passed. At a certain point, I thought maybe I should take out a pen and paper to remember all of this, but there's just so much history and just really cool fun facts, like apparently Jimmy Buffett was discovered in a bar in Key West. I didn't know that. And then also you'll see things like the Ernest Hemingway house, which the line was always too long every time we walked past it, so we skipped that. But the trolley drivers always were making jokes about how Hemingway liked to party and he liked to be as close to the bars as possible, making his house an ideal location for him. One of my favorite stops on the trolley ride was Mac's Sea Garden, which is located in a beautiful marina, and it's also steps away from the Sails and Rails Museum, which we got free admission to for having trolley tickets. So we learned more about the pirate lore of Key West, and we also learned about Henry Flagler, who was coined the man who built Florida. Mac's Sea Garden was one of the best gift shops I've ever been to in my life, and I wanted one of everything. I actually ended up getting that seagull plate. Then we were off to the butterfly conservatory, which I adored. I thought it was so magical and so peaceful. I just loved it. I would have gone again if we had time. And if you mention that you took the trolley there, they'll give you a couple dollars off. I definitely wasn't expecting to see a tortoise there, and I loved it. And they also had flamingos and really beautiful songbirds there. Then we walked on over to the Lobster Shack to end our Key West trip. We had, of course, the lobster rolls, which were so delicious. I definitely want to try them again. All in all, I thought Key West was a beautiful, walkable, and clean city, rich in history and family fun activities, and I'm so glad that I went. I've already been daydreaming about going back, and I'll definitely be back to take more trolley rides, eat more lobster rolls, take more walks on the marinas, all while trying not to trip over the many roosters that love the city as much as I do. And with that, please enjoy this bonus montage of our mischievous friends.
Tell them we run this town, we represent, we've always borne our crown, we represent, we're loyal and we're bound to represent. Tell them we run this town, we represent.